Hello and welcome. It's nice to have you with us. So this week my challenge was to survive on, I think I had about £18, but the challenge was I couldn't actually go and shop from the orange and yellow labels because I needed some really important staples in the grocery shop. I had to just literally go around the store and look for bargains. So I ended up having to spend quite a bit of my allocated budget, which I think this week was £18, on those essentials, and it was a bit of a challenge to avoid the orange labels. So I'm going to take you through what I bought, what savings I made, and whether or not I actually managed to resist some of those orange labels this week. Let's have a look and see what happened. So this sweet little set of notes, it's a really sweet little set. Let's just have a look for 1 minute. It was a little gift. Actually, if I turn it over, it just folds up like a little envelope. Isn't that cute? And it's got inside it, which I think is lovely for making shopping lists, 3 like a list style pad, and then 2 little sticky note pads, and I just think it's a really cute little thing. So what I was going to talk about was the challenge this week. So the challenge this week is I've got to really think about what I'm doing money wise, because the budget, and if I just kind of zoom in on that slightly to have a look at the budget and the challenge. So the budget is £18, and that was predetermined from earlier in the month when I allocated myself the spending money. So I've decided, because I need some things which are, I think, store cupboard essentials that I've got to buy out of this £18. So I need some butter or some spread I've got none, and I really do need that for various things, not just for spread, but sometimes, you know, for using in a pan or for making something. I have to get some toothpaste. I can't do without that. And I've gone about 2 weeks without cheese, and it feels like a lifetime. So I just need a block of cheese. I do sometimes have a bit of cheese on toast for lunch, or a cheese sandwich, or a sprinkling of cheese on top of a meal, you know, like a bolognese or something. I'm going to get some oat milk. I find that's nice on cereal, and I have got some cereal in. And for my health, I'm going to try and get some yogurt. I've had kefir. I might go back to some kefir, or the little yogurt drinks that are cholesterol lowering. And I need some bread. So I can actually get the bread probably on a yellow sticker, but this is only going to leave me £6 for the rest of the week. So I decided, because I've got quite a lot of things in the freezer, I need to make this particular week a freezer focused challenge. So the challenge is to batch cook from things in the freezer, using what I've got in, but just adding a selection of vegetables. So I'll need some onions, some mushrooms and some peppers for certain, and if I find anything else on a yellow sticker that's absolutely essential and a bargain, I might pick that up, you know. Just depends what there is, but I can't go around buying things just because it's got a sticker on it. It's got to really fit in with this week's challenge. So I've got a couple of meal ideas there, firecracker chicken and rice, because I've got some sourced, if you like, marinated firecracker chicken, and I've also got a peri-peri chicken in there, which I can cook. So that's definitely 4 meals for me. I've also got lots of burgers and steak burgers, and I've got some steak, so I might just add to this, and I might just get some I might get some bread buns, I might, you know, get some baked beans, some potatoes, and have you know, sort of burgers and chips or something like that for a couple of the days. I will see what they've got on the shelf where they do the yellow stick. So here we are at Morrisons. Well, I've got about £18 to spend, and I need to buy things that aren't necessarily going to be on labels, and that's going to be a bit of a challenge, because I'm probably going to have to pay full price for things, but they're things that I really can't, I feel like I can't do without. So I'm just going to look for the best bargains and have a look and see what's on the yellow label shelf. and see whether there's anything that will fit in with the meal plan this week. Some onions for 99p. The mushrooms at 95p. They look like a good deal, so I picked up some of those. I had a look at the bread. There was lots of different bargains in there. I did pick up some buns from that batch. That wasn't on sale, the yogurt, but it was £1.50, which was good. And I was looking at the butter, and that's £1.79, which is a better deal than Lurpak. £2.23 for the cheese. Savers Red Leicester, that looked like a good deal. And then £1.10 for golden fry gravy. Don't know what it's like. We'll have to see. It might be fine. The oat milk was on offer, £1.50, so I did well there. Even though it wasn't on a yellow label, I still managed to get that on a deal, so I was really pleased with that. And then I decided on getting a stew pack, and I think it was £1.30 there, because I wanted to make a stew with some beef that I'd got. And the peppers I was disappointed with because I wanted fresh and I couldn't get them. So I ended up having to get some frozen ones. Very similar price, but I do enjoy them fresh. And then some potatoes, which are a good all-rounder, for £1.39. So I think I did quite well. Well, that's me out of Morrisons. I've gone over budget by £2 and I couldn't work out what I'd done, but I think I know why. I got very distracted by some blueberries and some strawberries. They were on the yellow labels, and I was very excited about that because they look really healthy and nice, and I thought they'll be lovely with the yogurt because I did get some yogurt. Anyway, let's get home and get that kettle on, get a cuppa and have a look and see what we got, and how this challenge went in terms of not buying just from yellow labels, but from buying exactly what was on my list and trying to have a week where when we do batch cooking. So here we are back in the house, in the kitchen, with the grocery haul. Now remember, it's not all yellow labels because I needed some sort of household staples this week. I'd completely run out of things like gravy granules, toothpaste, margarine, butter, and some of those essential things. So I had to get those, and here was my challenge. So I've decided this week, because I needed to get those things and I didn't have a great deal of money left in the budget once they were bought, that I would do a week of batch cooking from the freezer. So let's have a look and see what we got. I'll tell you how much things were if the labels are not on them. So I've got the receipt here, and I'll tell you what they are going to go towards for meals. I was £2, let's have a look, £2.19 over budget, but I bought, and I'll show you what I bought. I bought these strawberries, which was 69p, reduced from 2.75, and they look really good. There's nothing wrong with them at all, and I thought they would go lovely with some yogurt alongside of massive punnet of blueberries, and I adore blueberries and they'll be great to add into my breakfast. But they were £1.08, down from £4.29. So I did spend, I think that's probably when my budget's been pushed with the blueberries, but you've got to admit they are a really good value. The condition of them is lovely. So I think I'll be using those in my breakfast, my cereals, and also sort of with, you know, with desserts. I might even make a blueberry muffin or something like that in the microwave. That'd be fun. So I think that's why I ended up going over budget. I also bought on the yellow labels, treating myself to some cinnamon buns. I thought they would go nice for breakfasts some mornings. I'm just making a bit of room, that's all. I'm moving them out the way. And I did buy some bread buns on the yellow labels for 20 pence, down from 80 pence, because I do want to make some burgers. I have got burgers in the freezer, and I think, you know, I'll be able to get 1 or 2 nice meals out of those, and then the rest of the buns can go, you know, towards a cheese sandwich or something. And then a little treat again on the yellow labels, some little shortbreads, 63 pence from 2.49, not bad. And then my bread again, reduced from 75 down to 56. That will go in the freezer. I always freeze my bread these days, and then just take out what I need. So the rest of the things I bought Morrisons own spreadable. I like Lurpak, but decided to try and go with the thing that was cheaper, and that was £1.97. I got some Yeo Valley raspberry yogurt, and the yogurt was £1.50. And then I got some gravy granules, which were £1.10. So all the best value. I got Morrisons Savers cheese, which was £2.23. So that was quite an expensive item. However, it's a good block, and actually it's going to last me more than a week. So some of these things will last me longer than a week for sure. Certainly the gravy and the butter will. And then I got some mushrooms for 95 pence. I expected that. They will go towards a stir fry. So I'm going to do a fire dragon chicken or piri piri. So I've got 2 types of sort of marinated chicken. So 2 different stir fries I can make, and the mushrooms will be part of that. That'll actually make about 4 meals. I got a stew pack, which was £1.30. Probably a bit more expensive than buying all the vegetables, but it had some decent carrots in, a parsnip, a decent sized turnip, and that will chop up really well and go in with some stewing steak that I've got in the freezer. I couldn't get any fresh peppers, so I had to get freezer ones because I wanted those in my stir fry. So they don't stir brilliantly, but actually I just would rather have them than not. And I think, how much were the peppers? The peppers were £1.50. So they're only the same price as a bag of fresh peppers, really. My onions, 9 pence, and the potatoes, £1.39. So the potatoes will go with the stew. I might be able to make some chips or potato fritters or something to go with a burger. I'm not sure yet what I'll do. The onions are obviously a staple, and they go with the stir fry and the stew meal. And then I've got my oat milk, which is great to go on cereals and to use in recipes and things. And my oat milk was £1.50. And then my toothpaste, which is an absolute essential, and that was on offer I think that was £2. So £20, 19 pence altogether. And that was it. Well, this looks absolutely gorgeous. It's a combination of burgers that I got from Muscle Foods, which I get in bulk. They've got a cheese filled centre, but I've put cheese on the top because I'm a bit naughty with cheese. And the 20 pence bread buns that I got. So I got a pack of 4 bread buns. So these bread buns will have cost me 5 pence each, and some onions and a bit of garlic sauce underneath as well. So that's my tea tonight, which is Thursday. So there we are. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed that little look around the store with me. It was a challenge, wasn't it, in terms of trying to fit that budget around what I absolutely essentially needed, and then only having a few pounds just to spend on that flexibility. And indeed, I didn't resist those orange and yellow labels, but I did feel that I'd found some really nice bargains with that fruit. And I do think it's a challenge for anybody surviving on these limited budgets, but I think it teaches us something, doesn't it, about our relationship with money. I don't know about you, but I found it really, really hard sometimes to walk past a store, let's say B&M Bargains, do pass that quite often, and not go in and, you know, and not just buy things we don't need. It's astonishing, really, when you think about how it makes you feel in a store. And I don't know whether you've felt that. I have. So please let me know in the comments what you thought of this week's challenge, whether you've had to do something similar. Let me know if you'd like me to do any other challenges. I'm quite happy to sort of try things out. I think it's, you know, it's a learning curve for us all, isn't it? So I hope you've got some hints and tips from that. I hope that's helped you on your budgeting journey. If you like what I do here, please give me a like and a subscribe. That always helps, and it's really lovely to have you with us on this journey. So thank you very much for being here with me, and I'll see you next time.